We are live. We are recording. Hello, welcome, 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 beautiful and amazing souls. Super excited to be here. Welcome to the day one of the Claim Your Light Yule Tide Summit. I'm so excited. Hello, my name is Soraya. I'm your guide and host here. We also have beautiful Lady Jasmine joining us today for the summit. It is Yule time. We are here with gifts. We are here with power. We are here with energy alchemy. We are here as motivational speakers, leaders, healers, and we have pulled together 8 very powerful speakers to share with all of you across all of these platforms to come together both in ceremony and freedom, autonomy, and what? I feel like there's another power word that we're calling in for this beautiful summit. Do you have one for us?
The word that came to mind was ease, but where my mind was going was more of a phrase of safety in our nervous system to receive and hold the expansion that we have been working towards through the shedding of 2025. So how do I summarize all of that into one word?
That's tough.
Right?
It brings me to onion layers. Onion layers. We're doing the onion layers.
But it's actually
all right,
secretly cake.
But what? Cake?
But it's actually secretly cake. It just looks like an onion.
I love that. All right, we're going to keep letting people in as they come in. We're opening sacred ceremony today. We are just going to open sacred ceremony and really hold in mind that the 19th is the new moon. The 19 is also a 0 point energy right in between Ophiuchus and Sagittarius, right at the galactic center of the universe with what, 4 other planets, did I hear? 4 planets and the moon and the sun. Right before this Yule, right this 3 days of darkness, right around this Yule time. This is such a powerful time for everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a practitioner, a master, a mother, parent, father, son, janitor. It doesn't matter where you are in your beautiful waking life. This energy is powerful for everyone. And these beautiful summits are to help guide those into those energetic mastery within themselves, recreating healing and mastery and transformation with Mother Earth. And this Yule Tide is exactly the energy that we have been cultivating, connecting to, and learning from in our own practice. And let me tell you, the amount of shifts I have seen in the beautiful people in my life through the tools that we're going to share with you throughout this 5 days, right? Well, 4 days, and then we have an after party. You want to tell us about the after party, beautiful Lady Jasmine? So exciting.
After party, I guess you're going to have to find out by coming to the after party what kind of goodness is going to happen. But let this now moment and the week build you up in the excitement. We also have some wonderful gifts that we're going to be giving away because 'tis the season of giving. 'Tis the season of receiving. When we give, we receive. When we receive, we give another. The gift of giving and receiving are receiving. So lots of giving, lots of receiving, and we're just going to really celebrate this year because it has kicked our asses and we have made it and we're here. Welcome to our beautiful soul who has now joined us live.
The link, we have people that are struggling to get in. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm going to jump on Facebook and I'm going to reshare the link. So go ahead, Lady Jasmine, keep telling us about the amazing, amazing gifts that we have lined up and the stuff. Thank you, honey.
The stuff.
OMG,
the stuff. I mean, first of all, this summit is Summit 5 of a year-long quarterly session of summits that we've been doing. And so we have been truly refining our gifts, right? Like a lot of you are going to experience gifts that we have brought before, but in an upgraded way. And you're going to feel the shift of the frequency that we have anchored within ourselves and in the space that we are in today.
Yes, it's been absolutely powerful to see how these experiences have worked with the collective energy, with Mother Earth, and how it really works through our own internal healing. So we have amazing guests and amazing speakers, and everybody has found their own way. I have been doing summits and speaking events and healing expos all year long, and I have asked all of the practitioners, what brought you to your gifts? And they have all shared the same thing when they found what worked for them. But what's really beautiful is every single one of us does the same thing in a different way. We use different tools, EFT, tapping, coaching, shadow work, mindset work, inner child healing, right? We all specialize, sound healing. We all specialize in certain parts of the practice, but it's what has aligned for us to work within our own clients, within ourselves, and what we have mastered and how we can offer that to the collective. So through this process, it's been really beautiful to see the way people serve their community, the way people serve their clients, the way people serve in the highest of light within them. So it's brought me to this deep realization that it's not necessarily the tools, it's that path to divinity that we have found within us and how we share that with our clients. Can you relate, beautiful Lady Dresden?
I mean, definitely. You know, and we're going to really dive into the individual gifts of, we have 8 speakers, myself and you included, over the next few days. And we're going to share, you know, how we have grown over this year, what specific gift we bring, how our resonance, you know, makes it unique to us, because as Lady Anika said, we're all doing the same thing in a different way. And the encouragement and hope is that we inspire you to claim your light, which is what the theme of the summit is. And at our at our after party, our VIP party, you will get a chance to really join in and go deeper. If you have questions, if you want to know what it's like to be in a coaching hot seat with us, if you are curious about our personal dharmas, our personal practices and lives, then we will answer those questions in our VIP after party. And so if you're not able to join us, there are options for replay. There are a couple different package layers that our beautiful Lady Anika has created for us. And all that information has already been sent to your email if you registered for the event. And if you haven't, I believe that information will be sent out today. So if you haven't signed up for the summit and registered, please drop us your email so we can get that information out to you, so you can get those replays if you're not able to join us live.
Yes, the replays will also be posted in the group. There's also registration links in the group for the different tiers. We have the tarot party on Friday is an activation of all of us to come together, to support, to coach, to enjoy ourselves, to celebrate Yule time. It's huge. We're also going to do channeled messages for the beautiful attendees. Super excited. All of the speakers are welcome and invited to attend, so we can really create that space of community within us. That's an $11 ticket, but we're going to be giving free tickets away throughout this whole summit to everybody that's participating and really wants to step into that space of activation. It's a free gift, but there is a space that you can claim that, and all of that is in the registration link. We also have the $99 Chakra Mastery Level 1. This is what we mastered last year, huh, Lady Beautiful Dresden? We did 22 days.
Yeah, so that's actually what started this whole summit series. We started with just this 21-day health to wealth challenge with which, by the way, hint hint, is happening again. So there's that first hint of a beautiful offering that we have. And it was really just a personal challenge, actually, is how it started, to just like get our own ish together, right? And then as we were going through the process, we were bringing in the Sri Yantra energy, we were bringing in the Sophia codes, we were bringing in the crystals codes, and we realized that there was something much bigger that was wanting to come through. And so we followed our guidance. We channeled this incredible chakra mastery course that is available on both Lady Anika's website and my website, although it is offered to you at a very ridiculously discounted rate just for this summit. And over this year, we have really taken those downloads that came through Solstice last year and integrated it into our daily lives. So we have firsthand experienced 360-degree shifts, at least for me, and definitely also for Lady Anika, through the integration, through the receiving, through the allowing of the transformation that happens when we soften into trust to that expansion of our soul and the remembrance of why we're really here, which is ultimately to claim and embody our light.
I love that. I love that. I couldn't have said it better. Also, the last thing we have offered is at the end of this, we are doing another Health to Wealth challenge, because last one went absolutely phenomenal for all of us and the people that attended. So that's 22 days of meditations, chakra alignments, and activations that we're going to be doing and sharing with you in a private group. And what was the last one? 1 week of mentorship with both of us?
Yes, 1 whole week of mentorship with both of us. This is worth thousands of dollars. So really tune in, be present. You know, if you're here, it's because your soul has brought you to this moment. So trust that. And any shadows that come up, well, I'll be diving deeper into shadow alchemy on Thursday, but I'm also looking forward to that tarot party. Lady Anika and I have done these before, but we've never done one quite like this. So we're really excited. On the 19th, that 3i Atlas comet is also passing the Earth, although it's split. So we're going to feel the force field coming in twice, but it's going to be especially amplified on the 19th because of that 0 point that we're at with the galactic cycle, because we're in that new moon of 2025. And I'm going to just make a quick note here and say that the year does not end on December 31st. Okay. So let's really just allow ourselves to be soft and present as we are coming into the completion of an incredibly transformative year. And you can ask your questions in that tarot party, right? Like ask your questions for tarot. We'll also have oracle cards, and we might have some other divination tools that we've never shared before.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. And really getting into that space of enjoying this Yule time season. I for one am a worker, and I'm a worker bee who works an awful lot, stepping into this queen bee energy. And I'm like, come time Yule time, I'm like, just chill out and enjoy the space, enjoy the family, enjoy the community, and enjoy how much time that we have put in, how much work we have put in, all the beautiful stuff that we've done, harvesting the seeds of our soul, the seeds of the earth, and really truly tuning into the gifts of this alignment in the soul within us. So it's super, super good. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited. I think we shared most of the stuff, didn't we? Are we ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've given enough to just tease and, add a little bit of energy into the space. So let's dive in. I'm excited to hear today's speaker talk. And to really
beautiful. Yes. I'm going to be speaking first, and then we have beautiful Dr. Pamela coming on later, and she's expanding her business as well, and she's going to share how she supports her beautiful clients and how she does it through horse medicine. I'm super, super excited. She's going to be coming on at 12:15. But we're first going to open up with a sacred drum journey here. This is the opening space. We're going to really tune into this energy all week long. And then again, we're going to have that final ceremony on Thursday. Super exciting. So through this process, I just really want to invite you to really tune into what it is you're calling in for this new upcoming year. This Yule time is the time to weed out the soul. Mindsets, belief systems, family patterns, addictions, any habits that we have within ourselves where we're playing small, or keeping ourselves sick, or being in the lower level matrix. Those are the things that are going to come up as we set ourselves up for success, right? That's what it's always about. We're setting ourselves up to succeed, but we're just weeding out all of that crap that we've been feeding ourselves for our whole lives and for lifetimes. So throughout this season, I just really want to remind you that this is the time of composting to really bring you into alignment to what it is that you're calling in. So throughout this next few days, really hold that in your heart, really hold that in your mind and your soul, and really tune into, because sometimes we like to reflect off of other people. I invite you to really ask yourself what you want, what your soul is seeking. Yes, it's great to share visions with other people, but we all have our own soul song. We all have something special that's ready to come through us. We all have a special gift, an attribute, a form of love, connection, communication for our family, for our community. So I invite you to really tune into what that is. Yes, it's great to reflect dreams with other people, but what are you really seeking? When we allow ourselves to tune out all the world around us, the doom scrolling, the dopamine hits, and really tune into what the soul is communicating, sometimes we can really be surprised. So allow yourself some space to really tune into what you're seeking. If it's for your family, great. If it's for your pets, awesome. If it's for the collective, great. But make sure it's something that's really going to bring you that space of transformation and joy. What brings you joy? Is it health? Is it wealth? Is it abundance? Is it a new job, new car? Maybe all the things. Maybe we're just tired of eating our own shit and being in toxic old habits or poverty systems or scarcity systems. Playing small. Whatever it is, allow yourself to be present with what it is without judgment, and bring into the space of acceptance that you are the light and all of you is valid. But really bring that dream forward, because we're going to weave it into the systems of these beautiful ceremonies that we're connecting to in the tree yantra at the end, which is really powerful system that we can connect to. Really ancient magic, huh? Beautiful Lady Dresden. Ancient. Very beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to share a screen here. I have a shamanic music that, oh wait, I can't do it that way because my drum isn't down. You can't always hear it. So we are going to share screen. Okay, here we go. And I invite you to take a few deep breaths, and I invite you to really connect to your feet. Your feet have more vessels than your whole body. Okay, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. And I invite you to chime in. Move your body if you're called. Sway with the music. Tune into your soul where your power is. Taking some deep breaths. Wiggling the toes. Resting your heart. Resting your body. Connecting to the denseness in your soul, your feet, your skin, your bones, the denseness of this human experience. Really breathing into your existence. Breathing into your heart, reaching your soul, reaching your feet out to the roots. Beautiful. As we continue to breathe into our body, we call to the angels and guardians of the east, joining us in this beautiful sacred space as we connect to Mother Earth, as we connect to the Yule season, as we connect to the speakers, we connect to the attendees, the beautiful souls who are ready to receive this medicine, who are ready to receive the divinity within themselves, the reminder that they are power, they are the light in the shadow of darkness, We ask for you to join us, gentle, beautiful energies of the East, Grandmother Hawk, helping us see with the highest visions of light, of grace. Thank you. Moving to the south, fire, the feathered serpent, Phoenix. Asking you to join us today in this beautiful sacred space as we transmute, transcend, as we shift through our own ancestral patterns. As we shift those spaces that have been holding us back, those limitations that we hold in our energy and our soul, allowing them to be present today as we alchemize our own shadows, as we connect to the fire of passion, of purpose, of growth. We thank you, energy source of the south. Moving to the west, the water, Grandmother Turtle, 13 systems, 13 moons. She keeps all of the systems in order. Water, the flow of love, flow of energy, grace, the flow of our blood, shifting our DNA, releasing the toxins, the habits, the patterns that are keeping us small. Shifting them in the spaces of love, where we're not just accepting them or transmuting them, we're shifting them or releasing them. We cleanse away the water of the earth, cleanse away into the space of purification within us. The divinity within us is and always has been pure. It's the mind that boggles it. Releasing the mind, releasing the doubt. Releasing those limitations and connecting to the flow of divinity that flows through all things. I thank you, Grandmother Turtle. Moving to the dark, the darkness in which we sit down. The trees, the stones, Grandfather White Buffalo, the prophecy keepers, the medicine holders, the medicine of the earth. How we transmute, transcend, and heal. How we hold those prophecies within us. Never be hold them in the heart. That's what our DNA, our purple, the ancestors, the saints in us, the ascended masters that calling up the word of the day is connected to this beautiful connect to the earth, to the history, not just the earth history. Let it be in very energy, creation itself. One more within us. What are the systems we are going to use to connect to you? What is that be? Is that purpose? What is that thing to be here to give? What's that song or soul we can sing? How can we express it? All the flow within us, any trouble. We're not operating here. We're not operating in spaces. More than within it. Song came through the city. We bring ourselves to that thing, that space of peace within us. If we're here for a higher calling, we're here for a purpose. We're here with a special soul call. Heal and shift the people around us. We're here to see that person. That's the piece of that life. All of the experience that is safe, that place. Unique to all of us. Your guides, your angels, on the forward today. Calling you that courage. Walk the path of this beautiful. Walk the path of darkness to nation. Rise like this. What a soul song is ready to burst through us, through this summit, this Yule, through this darkness. Our greatest earth, greatest spirit, Mother Earth, beautiful in our lives. We're going to consider them to ourselves. Please love me for the whole choir. Share the song with me, share that magic, that grace, those gifts, that soul song, those words, those instruments that are just happening. Ancient knowledge dead. On them. We are here for change. We are the change makers. We are the earth makers. We are the super. They live through us. We live in our work. We live in our career. We live in our life. We live in ourselves. We live in our health. We live in the communication we share with others. Our friends. Live in this soul. Trust that. Hmm.
Inviting you to softly return to the present moment, gently wiggling toes and fingers to bring your nervous system online. When you're ready, open your eyes. Take a little sip of water, coffee, tea, whatever yummy beverage you might have. Welcome back, beloved one. Welcome back.
I'm going to mute you, beautiful Marianne. Thank you for being here. I'm going to mute you while we prepare for the first speaker here. You're welcome to, as for you all, to stay muted until we open the space for speaking, just to keep out any background noise. And yeah, we're going to get started. I had a beautiful stuff written up, you know, where humans are always humaning with all these structures that we're guided to follow. And I was writing down the systems and I was like, that's not what wants to be shared today. It's not what wants to be shared today. And as we finished up the ceremony, I noticed that my candle completely melted down and some of the wax fell onto the table here. And I know it might be the old crone within me, or the old, you know, everything's a symbol within me. But in the scrying of this, it looks like a snake. And we are coming to the end of this year of the snake within this last month or so, until we get to the spring energy. And I really ask you what you've experienced this year. We are in a huge galactic shedding. And not only does this snake right here look like a snake, but it also looks like a parasite, like a weird centipede alien parasite that we have all been shedding. Beautiful lady Jasmine and I, we do a lot of behind the scenes deep shamanic earth healing, and we have seen some really interesting things shedding in the earth energy of Mother Earth and this galactic energy. Every single one of us is feeling that in some way, shape, or form. So how are you doing, beautiful souls? What has been coming up for you? This energy is life, soul changing. And as we master our practice, as we release our own limitations, our ancestral wounds, those mother and father wounds, scarcity, poverty patterns, slavery patterns, conditioning, Catholicism, all of these layers and levels we have been working through are being present now. And not just being present, they are coming through our energy, through our chakras, through our systems, through parasite cleanses, through the food we eat, the things we think about, the media. What has been coming up for you throughout this year? You are the seed to your own change. Every single one of us has a different journey. Yes, some of us share the same vision and hopes. Some of us have experienced the same traumas, but it's all individual to us for our soul's growth, for the many, many, many layers that we have walked in lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. We all perceive things differently. We all hold on to dreams and energy and love differently. We're all here with a different code. Birth chart. We're all here for a reason and a purpose, but all of it comes to our own perception. I want to honor you today. Look at how far you've come. For many of the beautiful souls in my life and the clients that I work with, we have worked through addiction and fear and trauma and scarcity and poverty and loss, grief, betrayal. All of these systems have shattered us throughout this whole year, throughout lifetimes. It's all come down to this one moment. How are you doing? But better yet, do you see you as I see you? You are divine. Whew. And every part of you that has come up this year has come up to remind you of your divinity, that you are divine. And those mindsets, belief systems, fears, loss, traumas, poverty, all of those old systems are not you. They're the strings that are being released through this year of the snake so you can remember that you are divinity in human form. Your song is beautiful. Your soul is divine. You have walked through lifetimes and lifetimes of change. You have loved in so many different ways. It's beautiful. And as we bring ourselves up to this moment in this year right now, we are asked to shed yet more layers. Even in my own journey, I'm like, do I have to continue shedding? Haven't I shed enough? And a lot of this was, am I self-sacrificing? Are you self-sacrificing? And it brought up the space of ego of I'm not sacrificing anything anymore. Is that the ego, or is that what the soul is truly seeking? This shedding that we've been going through is that return to the divinity within us, the return to the God spark. We are ancient souls with ancient memories and gifts and breath and magic, and miracles are ready to pour through us. Whether it be singing, soul song, light language, telekinesis, it doesn't matter what the gift is or what avenue you choose. Sharing your laughter is a gift. This shedding has been a space for us to onionify, the word from the beginning, releasing those easeful layers. It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easeful. Sometimes it's been very, very, very uncomfortable, which is beautiful. That's okay. But a return to that light within you. And the knowing that you made it to this moment. You made it to this level. You've made it to this moment. And you might not be where you want to be, but you're sure as hell not where you used to be. So bringing it to this space of honor of I see you. You're here today showing up for you in whatever life lesson you've chose, in whatever life path you've chose. You still chose to be here in this now moment, together with all the beautiful people in this room and all the beautiful people that will be watching later in the collective that is with us now, our guides, our angels, our ancestors. You chose to be here. You choose to not give in to scarcity or pain or doubt, but instead continue to show up. I see you. This energy is huge. And as we get to the 0 point galactic energy, I'm here to remind you that you are the God, goddess within you that you've been seeking all along. Yes, there are shamans and medicine people and practitioners and leaders and healers that are here to guide everyone back to their light. But that happens through you first. You are your God, goddess. That light within you is the guide through this darkness. We're only here to support in the remembering and reminder that you are that light. You are that divinity, and I see you. And in this last little bit of this Yule season, in this last little bit of darkness, it is, of course, going out with a bang because the universe is, the universe. And we as humans hold on to this thing that it has to be tough, or it has to be hard, or it's going to be an explosion, because that's what we've seen in lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Bringing it back to beautiful Lady Jasmine of how can we let this be easeful? We're so used to chaos. We're so used to sacrilege and bondage and fear and scarcity and pain and all of those uncomfortable things that we have been running from. What is the easeful path that we can take within that remembrance of us? Many of us are very resistant. In fact, I'm still resistant. I was writing down in my journal right now because I'm working through a cleanse. It's that time of year when I cleanse. When normally at this time of year, I'm like, I just want to eat. I just want to eat. I want to enjoy myself. I want to do the Yule thing. I want to do what Christmas is, what they say Christmas should be, which is binge eating and drinking and doing all these crazy things with your family and bypassing our true connection with each other and the earth. But within me and my body's like, no, we don't really want to do that right now. And I'm like, do I really have to let go of that? And they're like, you don't have to. We don't have to choose to be sober. We don't have to choose to stop smoking or stop eating sugar or stop doing any of those things. We don't have to choose to leave toxic situations. The choice is ours. But within, what do we feel that is going to be best for us? That's the true question. We can choose to stay in this cycle as long as we want. But we also have to live with those choices. We also have to live with I don't want to call them consequences. That's an old word. That's not very good. We still have to live with the experiences that we choose. It's the karmic cycle of the universe. Karma isn't always bad. Of course not. But we do have choice, and then we have to live with that choice. So in this uncomfortable energy, in this darkest part, in this joyous part of the season, what is that light seeking within you? What is that shedding process, that last little bit that's ready to shed? Or if that's hard to see, what is the resistance you feel around that? Being in divinity can be scary as hell. Why? Does anybody know? Our light is powerful. Our divinity is powerful. Our grace is powerful. Our joy is powerful. Why do we fear it? Does anybody know? I'd love to hear any answers that you might have. Why do we fear the very thing we want? Why do we fear love? Why do we fear joy? Why do we fear that gift Brother Yeshua was showing us? He didn't mean that we were forgiven for our sins and we could continue to sin. He meant that we were forgiven for our shadows and the judgments that we hold in our shadows. Brother Yeshua was the key holder to shadow work. And he's been coming through a lot with me lately, and I'm very grateful. Just the drums I can hear now, Marianne says. I'm not sure. The drums change. Yay. Brother Yeshua was walking us through not forgiving of our actions, but of the judgments we hold on ourselves from the separation of consciousness way beyond and deeper than Brother Yeshua. When we separated from God consciousness, we felt that we were unworthy because we were separate from that light. So we must have done something wrong. And for our whole lives and lifetimes, we've been striving to return to that light, but yet resisting it and fearing it. Am I worthy? Can I touch that? Just like getting into a beautiful relationship where you really love the person and you just want to like, I just love them so much. But then you get to that space of vulnerability where you're like, I don't think I'm worthy of that. I'm going to self-sabotage myself because I don't know if I'm worthy of that. How many of you have done that? Because I just love them so much. I must not be worthy of that. I'm like, I feel the angels cry when we do that. Because we were born worthy. We were born with that light within us. We were born with divinity flowing through our veins. We were born with spiritual gifts and love and compassion and empathy and the ability to create new things and manifest our dreams. We were born with many of those things. But we have created this space of separation because are we worthy of that? That God consciousness is ready to be born through us. And as this year of the snake with this beautiful candle dripping here, these parasites that we're cleansing within us, what is that parasite that you're still working on cleansing? Is it addiction? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it food habits? Is it unworthiness, abandonment? Is it all of them? If it is, it's okay. Because I'll tell you what, our shadows come up and all of those things come up. But in this darkest part of the season, this is Yule. For me, Mother Hecate, she's been the newest one that comes forward. But this maze, the labyrinth, is the perfect symbol for this Yule time energy. And that labyrinth is our soul, all of those things that we've experienced, and our soul trying to get to another level of consciousness, another level of light, another level of worthiness, another level of success, another level of abundance. We all go through soul mazes, and we will continue to go through them. And this year of the shedding can be brought down to something so simple. What is the snake? Well, how does the snake shed its skin? Through moisture. If my daughter has a snake over here and it's shed its skin 4 times this year and it's a baby, that's not normal. How many times have you shed? I see you. But if it's not moist enough, it doesn't shed. If it doesn't get enough to eat, it doesn't shed. And then when it is ready to shed, when there's enough light shed on its darkness, fears, toxicities, habits, when there's enough light shed on your weaknesses, then you too will be ready to shift. And just like the snake, it goes into a rock in a hard place, quite literally. It puts itself in between 2 dense spaces to shift. This is that hard energy that we all try and avoid, that is unavoidable, that pressure that nobody likes to experience. That's why ascension isn't fun. We have to deal with our own stuff and our own weaknesses and all the subconscious patterns and fears and anxieties that come up from, I don't know if I'm ready to be this new person. I don't know if I'm ready to be without that habit. Because that habit is a part of our identity. But in between that rock and that hard place, that snake sheds its skin. It sheds off that old identity. And it was really interesting today when I was doing the channeling for the YouTube, the identity and entity were in the same level. And I thought that was an interesting download. The identity and the identity and entity. We put so much around that identity, that anxiety, that past trauma, that habit, that food habit, that poverty string, whatever it is, we hold on to that identity because it's who we are. That's okay. Can we be okay in that? Can we allow ourselves to be okay in who we are and bring ourselves to the seat of the table and see us for our wholeness? We're no longer in the space of separation, giving ourselves a seat at the table. What do you see within you? All of those shadows, those weaknesses, those mazes, those anxieties, those are part of you. They're part of your fragmented self. They're part of your shadow. They're part of your trauma. They're part of you, all of you. Inner child, all of it. But all of you is accepted and loved and divine and beautiful. You are not your shadow, but you are. And when we integrate that into its wholeness, into its weakness, its snot running down its face, its anxiety, its I don't fucking want to, accepting that space of you are beautiful in all of you. But what is the next step to that? Not feeding the ego shadow, but allowing it to still have a space at your table, and then being that God consciousness up next to that next level. The shadow just wants to be loved. It wants to have its boogers running down its face. It wants to stomp its feet on the floor. It wants to do the things that it's meant to do. Resist. And it's beautiful. And accepting that I might feel like a victim right now. I might feel a whole lot of icky things. Shadows, fear, it doesn't matter what it is. It's all beautiful. That acceptance that you are more, you are light, you are shadow, you are all the uncomfortable things. How can we give that space more room to breathe, giving it a seat at the table? Beautiful. There was this beautiful speaker that came on last Yule Time Summit, and he was talking about love. He had a beautiful, beautiful Dr. Sereno, I think that was his name. He had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful talk about love and what love really meant. And the that came through was acceptance. And I was like, I love that. I love that. And I have integrated that throughout this whole year. And I could just cry thinking about it. Love is acceptance. Acceptance of our shadows, our fears, our addictions, our bad habits. Acceptance of love, our obsessions, our excitements, our dreams. Acceptance of other people's dreams, excitements, and shadows. When we are in this shift, everybody is a mirror to us in some way, shape, or form. Everybody's a mirror. Every animal, person, place, thing is a perfect mirror of the fragmented divinity within us because there is no separation. It's absolutely beautiful. The energy can be beautiful. You can make love to anything. You can truly integrate the energy of everything around you. But if we're in the space of doubt or shadows or fear, do we truly give ourselves the space to feel that connection, feel that love, feel that acceptance that all of you is beautiful and valid? And your partner or your friends and your friend group, they're also beautiful and valid. And step apart from the ego and instead step into the space of my ego could be triggered, and that's okay. But what is this love within trying to bring forward? What the message of that divinity within ourselves and the divinity within other people? Can we honor that space in this last bit of shedding of this year for ourselves and our friends and our partners and the collective, giving everybody a space to shed? And that acceptance of love, that acceptance that you are already whole, you are already divine. Everything within you is just seeking to be felt, heard, and experienced in this now moment. And how can we then shift our identity to release that entity of the past, shifting our identity to become that new version of ourselves in this new year? Can we give that space room to breathe? The universe keeps telling me, just rest. Everything's going to be okay. Just rest. Everything's going to be okay. In my human mind, I'm like, how could I just rest right now? All of this stuff, all of this humaning things. My guides and angels always laugh a bit because we're human. Being human can be so silly. Can we release the pressure and allow ourselves to be pressurized in a new way to shift this year of the snake? So in bringing it to closing, what is that rock in that hard place that you have put yourself? Bringing it back to this year of the snake as we release our last bits of parasites, conditioning, fears, maybe actually internal parasites. That's okay too. I had this beautiful soul tell me, I was listening to, I don't know what I was listening to, but I've been doing parasite cleanses and eating healthy for all this time. I'm still in a space of learning. When you're eating in an unhealthy way for your whole life, how can you expect yourself to detox in the first time you're doing something? This is true for every aspect of our lives. For lifetimes, we have been living in unhealthy habits of separation from God's source creation. You can't expect yourself to be perfect. In fact, that's a toxic pattern, isn't it? Can you allow yourself to see how awesome you are in this now moment? That you showed up, that you're doing the things. You're doing the things, whether it's breath work, meditation, fasting, just showing up. I'm breathing today. I'm being a better parent today. I'm paying my bills today. I'm not paying my bills. I don't know what it is. Showing up into you and accepting that you are beautiful and divine in everything that you're doing right now. We see you. We see you. When we see that we are divine, we can see that we are already doing the things to master those uncomfortable things. So again, back to the rock in the hard place. What is that uncomfortable space that you put yourself? And what is that next level fucking self that you are stepping into? Because that's the shit right there. That next level self. And in closing, I say, I see you. I'd really love to know, though, beautiful souls, where are you shifting this year? This rock in a hard place with this divine self that you're becoming. Can we support each other with that? Again, my name is Lady Anika. I have lots of offerings on my page. You're all welcome to follow. That's not what this is about. Today is really about this beautiful Yule season and truly honoring the divinity, the acceptance, the love within you, all of you.
Thank you, Lady Anika, for that powerful talk. I especially appreciated your breakdown of the word identity, because it is made of the word ID, entity, the id of the entity. And the definition of entity is a thing with very distinct and independent existence. That's the dictionary meaning of entity, right? And so and so the invitation is to look at entity as something that you create and you give a distinct feature. You give its independence, right? So when we talk about reclaiming our identity, we need to ID the entity that has been created for us, through us, by us, all of the above, and disseminate, start to separate the different layers of what is ours and what is not. And I believe it was Jung who talked about the id, right? The personality. So it's a culmination of different entities that creates the personality that we then believe is our identity. And so I really just wanted to bring more light into that specific word, because ultimately, we believe that we are a certain role when the truth is that we are just sovereign.
I love that. Love that. I would love to open the floor for anybody else that would like to share where they're at. What is your rock and your hard place, and where are you shifting? Or if you have any questions, feel free to come forward and ask. All are welcome. All are welcome. Peel this stuff off my thing here. What really hit for you?
All right. While everyone's finding their words and thoughts and courage, all of you as well, your shakiness.
All of you is valid.
Let's all shake our mouths right now, okay? We get so stuck in the throat chakra, and we get so stuck here of like, oh my gosh, I can't say anything right. My words aren't going to come out right. I'm going to piss somebody off. Guess what? That's probably going to happen. That's okay. Our triggers are where we see where we are still wounded, right? So while everyone's shaking up their little feelings, I want to address the question that you brought up at the beginning of your summit, which is what or why is being in divinity scary? And what I say to that is because we literally do not have any experience of that being our normal, that being our truth. Our experience is one of struggle. Our experience can be one of challenge, of pain, of chaos, right? How can we trust in something that we don't have any experience with? Right? How can we soften into what is unfamiliar when all we have known is something else? But that's where, again, the stripping of the id comes in, right? That's when we start to normalize being bored. That's when we start to normalize the mundane. That's when we start to see the magic of routine, of structure, right? That's where we start to really break open those layers of the id, the entities, the identities that have created this belief that the only way that you can experience a relationship is if you're fighting all the time. The only way that you can grow is if you sacrifice yourself. And I experienced this with a lot of my clients. You know, they've been in marriages, they've been mother, they've been father. Well, that's just a small role that you are playing for a small period of time. It does not encompass all that you are. But we get into relationships and we think that now it becomes all about the relationship. But a relationship still has you and the other as sovereigns and what you create between you, which could be a father, which could be a mother, which could be an aunt, or whatever role, which could be, you know, an assistant, which could be the boss, right? But you're still your sovereign from which all these other hats are starting to come through. What if there's nothing to figure out? What if it is about awareness and allowing that everything is for our soul growth? Beautiful, Bethany. What do you have to say to that, Lady Anika?
I really enjoy that. It brings me to even deeper. You're bringing it back to we've never experienced that space of divinity, but we have. We all have. We came into this earth with that divinity within us. Those stardusts danced to create us. And then our parents danced again to create us again. We were already created out of orgasmic love. Whether it was in a traumatic experience or not, it does not matter. We were already created in our orgasmic love. But we don't remember that. It was in the mind, but it's still in the body. It's still in the energy. And bringing it even deeper to past lives. We have lived this life thousands of times. Can we get back to that space of remembering that we are already our love? We already are divinity. And I love that Bethany brought up awareness, because that is the awareness of we are already our whole. We already were worthy. We already are orgasmic, beautiful, cosmic love. That's that space, that little spot in between. Things can unfold. And it's 12:12 on the clock as we said that. It's very beautiful. Ooh, she says, how do we get back into the body of remembrance? Presence. Sometimes presence sucks, though. What do you have to say about that, Lady Jasmine? Sometimes presence sucks.
Oh gosh. Okay, why did I just realize I got hit in my stomach for a moment? Yeah, sometimes presence sucks. Why? Because presence means looking at the fact that we don't feel peaceful in the moment. We feel rage, we feel anger, we feel sorrow, we feel sadness, we feel frustration, right? But that right there, that's right. Presence gives us choice to accept that we are in the spectrum of our human being experience.
Mm-hmm.
And that all of it is a part of you. And Bethany earlier said, anchoring in through the heart is our superpower. And this makes me think of a talk that I went to on Friday where the speaker was talking about joy, and you were talking about joy. And then we recorded a podcast 2 weeks ago, Lady Anika and I, where we were talking about joy. And joy is attracted to authenticity. We don't have to look for joy. We just have to choose to be our authentic selves. And we naturally tap into the frequency of joy. And so when we allow ourselves to feel through our hearts, right, because that is where all our emotions are going to come in, and recognize that sometimes the translator of the brain might be a little not so true and accurate because of trauma, conditioning, program, etc. We tap back into the heart space. This is why hand on heart. Hand on heart. What am I really feeling in this moment? What is the path of love in this moment? Not the path of fear, not the path of pain. And I even had an experience yesterday where I called Lady Anika after being up all night, and I was very caught in the shadow realm. And she's asked me, what would the path of love do? And boom, the answer was clear. We choose what to think and feel. Gaining awareness of the choice is the shift within the field. Absolutely. Strengthening the muscle of awareness is how we reclaim our divine blueprint. We don't have to go searching for it. And in terms of beings, cosmic starry beings, like every single breath, we are drinking in star juice. That breath is coming from the trees. Those trees are drinking in the starlight and the sunlight every single moment. And so you don't even have to move right now. If you are frozen in fear, anxiety, in the storm of the shadow that's arising, and I'll talk more about shadows later this week. What would the path of love do? The path of love is going to put me in bed for a little nap because that's what I need right now. Okay, then take that path.
What would the what do?
The path of love.
The path
do.
of. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So juicy. Oh, does anybody else have any more questions here? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really loved what you said about love is acceptance. That really landed for me because I really do. It really did make me ponder, about really it's to love yourself unconditionally. It's just about accepting you where you are, how you are, when you are, and not be so caught up in I should be here, or I used to be this way, or my environment, man, I wish I had more money, my house sucks, but in that comes that peace, that joy, because you can, when you accept yourself as you are, where you are, when you are, like you understand that this is all happening for a reason, and that it's actually beautiful. Like what's happening, it's happening for you, not to you. And so I really appreciate that. That landed very well. And also I love that when you said making love to everything, because I've found myself lately making love to life, man. I'm moaning all the time, like like without even knowing it. My son's like, Dad, you're moaning really loud right now. But to food, but to have that balanced connection with everything, unconditional, and just make love to it. So, and I love you said star juice. I'm gonna take that one. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. All right, beautiful souls. We're wrapping it up now. We have our next beautiful speaker, Dr. Pamela, here. She is in the room, in the house. So we're going to take a short, I don't know, minute or two break so we can stretch and go to the bathroom, wiggle our toes, and then Dr. Pamela will share her fucking amazing medicine that she's been stepping into in a new way. I'm super excited. And we look forward to hearing more of your questions and more of your beautiful insights. Yeah.
See you all back here in 10 minutes, and you're welcome to stick around. I'm going to be hanging out here, so you're welcome to stay. We're
2
not
minutes.
out. 2 minutes? Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said
2
minutes.
We went over a little bit. That's good, though.
We are in this really wonderful time where we are learning how to be okay with peace. And in a time where we are in such global transformation, peace can sometimes feel very far away, but it's not. It's a breath away. And I'm so grateful for everyone joining here today to claim your light and stand more in your sovereignty.
Okay. A little more than 2 minutes, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't. Oh, usually I stop recording and then start recording again. I guess I'm going to have to do that. Hold on, everybody.